Good morning, fourth grade. I hope that you are feeling well and ready to take a lesson about some and any. First, let's start talking about some. When we use some, we use it to mean a little or a few. Here, we can say, for example, some milk, some potatoes, some tomatoes, some sugar. In these examples, we mean that little sugar, little milk, or a few tomatoes. Some can be used with countable nouns, which are nouns that I can count and I can make a plural form from them, and with uncountable nouns, the nouns that I can never count and they are always singular. Some, when used with countable nouns, nouns must be plural. Why? Because we're talking about a bunch of things. Some, when used with uncountable nouns, nouns are always singular. Uncountable nouns do not have any plural form. They are always singular. Now, let's see an explanation about when do we use some. Some is used first in positive sentences. So if I want to use some in a sentence, this sentence must be positive. For example, she bought some apples to make an apple pie. Here we have a countable noun, which is apples, and the countable noun is plural, plus the sentence is positive. So I can add some. As for the second one, some is used with offers. For example, if I want to offer something, would you like some tea in your cup? Tea is an uncountable noun that I use and it's always singular. And here, when we have an offer, we can add some. Here, it's not a question, it's an offer because we say, would you like, would you prefer? Moving for any. Any is used to mean no or zero. Like, I don't have any milk. It means that I have zero amount of milk in my house or my kitchen. Any can be used also with countable nouns and with uncountable nouns. Just like some, any, when used with countable nouns, nouns must be plural. And any, when we use it with uncountable nouns are always singular. Now, when do we use any? First, any is used in negative sentences, which is the opposite of some, because we use some in positive sentences. Any is used in negative sentences, like, I don't have any tomatoes to make the salad. Here, tomatoes is a plural countable noun and it's in a negative sentence. So we add any. Any is also used in questions, just like when you want to say, have you ever got any sugar in the kitchen? Now, sugar is uncountable noun, and because it's a question, we can use any. Now it's your turn. So let's write a grammatically meaningful sentence on some. Take your time. Good job. An example of a sentence on some, we can say, she has some oranges in the basket. Bravo. Oranges is a countable noun, and we have she has some oranges. It's a positive sentence. Some oranges, plural noun, in the basket. Moving for any. I'll give you 1 to 3 seconds. Think, think, think. Okay, well done. We can say, have you got any milk in the bottle? Bravo. Milk is an uncountable noun. And here we have a question, which is, have you got any milk in the bottle? But if we look again, we would see that Miss Asil and Miss Ru'a asked for a sentence and not for a question. So I would change it to a negative sentence. I don't have let's fix that, any milk in my bottle. Now moving to question number 2. Fill in the blanks using some or any to complete these sentences. Are there? Now here you have a question. So we would say, are there any eggs in the fridge? Let's move to number 2. Well done. It's an offer, so we have to use some. What about this one? She saw dolphins in the sea while she was sailing in a boat. Good job. It's a positive sentence, and dolphins are countable nouns, so we can use some. Eric doesn't have balls in his bag. Yes, for sure. It's a negative sentence, so we have to use any. I have flowers for you. Well done. Some, because it's a positive sentence. Do you have wrapping paper to cover this gift? It's a question, so we have to use any. Good job. I have never heard of these artists. I think they are not so famous. Since we have never, it's a trick from me. Never means not. So the sentence is a negative one. So I have never heard of any. Yes, I knew you can do it. Chris found wild strawberries growing by the side of the road. Yeah, for sure. Strawberries and a positive sentence. So the answer is some. Well done, my students. I knew you can do it. Moving to the next question. Read the sentences, guess the mistake, and correct it. I have never made some grammatical mistakes in English. What do you think? Didn't I just give you the trick? Yeah, I knew you can do it. Never means not. So we shouldn't use some. We should use any. So what do we have to do is underline some because it's a mistake and write any. Would you like to drink any milk? Bravo! Would you like, it's an offer and it's not a question. So here, I don't have to use any. This is the mistake. And with offers, I use some. Bravo, my students. I know you are so clever and intelligent. See you next time. Stay safe.